Hey there, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward. And in today's video, I'm going to address a question that was sent in through the Total Fitness Bodybuilding training app by Roger. And Roger's having some issues with his rotator cuff. He says he went to the doctor and has been prescribed some anti-inflammatory medication for it. And the doctor advised him to stay away from side lateral raises as this is aggravating his rotator cuff injury. So he's wondering if there are any alternative exercises that he can do in place of side lateral raises. Now, when it comes to rotator cuff injuries in general, they are a pain in the ass, for lack of a better word. I mean, a rotator cuff injury is going to hinder a lot of different workouts, not just your shoulder workouts. It's going to hinder your chest workouts. It's going to hinder your arm workouts. I mean, anywhere where you have to do pressing exercises, the shoulder is going to come into play to some degree. So anytime you're doing pressing, be it a bench press, a fly, close grip bench press, tricep pushdowns, things like that, you know, if you have a rotator cuff injury, chances are that's going to come into play to some degree with all those different body part workouts. So it's something that you definitely want to take some progressive action into helping to rehab and recover that injury. Now, I posted up a video a while back talking about rotator cuff injuries and showing some rehab exercises and some preventative injury prevention exercises that you can do for the rotator cuff. And I'm going to stick an annotation up on the side and also post a link to that video down in the bottom. And yes, the video is several years old, shot on an old grainy camera, but you know what? The exercises still work just as well today as they did several years back. So if you have any shoulder rotator cuff issues, watch that video. In this video, what we're going to cover are some specific side lateral raise variations that Roger asked for. So first off, when it comes to side lateral raises, you want to get the form down, first thing. So start off with light weights, and if you have an injury, extra light weights, even the weight of your arms. In fact, that's what we're going to do right now. Just use the weight of our arms for this. A lot of people, when they're doing a side lateral raise, they focus on simply getting the dumbbells up, or their hands up in this case. I don't even have dumbbells. They just focus on getting the weight up. But what you want to focus on is getting your upper arm up. Get that upper arm so that it's actually parallel with the floor. That's what you want to focus on. Not simply getting your hands up, getting your upper arm up. So getting your elbows up. That's what you kind of have that mentality of lifting with your elbows. That's a good kind of mental cue to have when you're doing a side lateral raise. So start off with the weight of your arms and then just progress to light weights. Get used to that exercise. Get used to the form. Lifting with your elbows. Not lifting with your hands, because I mean, as you can see, the shoulders aren't activated to the same degree as when you lift with your elbows. And another cue is to keep a slight bend in your elbow at all times. It just takes some of the strain off the elbow joint and the tendons. Now, doing that variation there's a lot of leverage. Even with a light weight, there's still a lot of leverage on the shoulder joint. So if you have an injury, that may cause pain and discomfort. So another variation you might want to do is to keep your elbows at a 90-degree angle and do your side lateral raises with your elbows bent. Same thing, you want to keep that elbow high, focus on lifting with your upper arm, but have your elbows bent. So you're going through the same motion, but keeping your elbows bent, it'll place less strain on the shoulder joint. There's less leverage involved when you do them this way. And you may find that this is a variation that allows you to do the side lateral raise with less pain and discomfort. Because that's the key when it comes to working around an injury, is you need to find exercise variations that allow you to work the muscle without causing excessive pain and discomfort. Now, a lot of times it's just lightening up the weight. I mean, using really light weight. Even if you have to use 2.5-pound weight plates, right? I don't care if you have to do your side lateral raises with a 2.5-pound plate. I mean, just go through the motion to work the muscle, to stretch it, to bring new blood and nutrients into that muscle. And even if you have to use really light weight, go ahead, do it. but also the exercise variations. Finding little tweaks in how you do the exercise that allow you to perform the movement without causing pain or strain in your individual case. I mean, it's going to vary from person to person. Some people are probably going to be able to do their side lateral raises with their arms extended. Some people might have to do them with their elbows bent. Another variation that you might want to try, using rubber fitness bands. And I'm a huge fan of rubber bands for working around injuries because rubber bands are not as jarring on the joints. They're more therapeutic, especially when working around damaged tendons and ligaments and things like that. So for the case of a side lateral raise, and these are Body Elastic rubber bands, by the way, which happen to be my favorite brand because they are adjustable in tension. You know, you can have them as light as just a few pounds all the way up to several hundred pounds in tension. So for a side lateral raise, just stand on the band and the same thing. Focus on lifting with your elbows. Get that upper arm up high and really feel the shoulders work. And you can even cross the bands over. By doing this, you'll actually get more range of motion in the bottom. And like I say, you can use a really light band. This one here, this is their green band. This is only 5 pounds in tension. So it's great for working around injuries such as rotator cuff and shoulder injuries. So you can use Body Elastic bands. And the key is to work within your pain threshold. I mean, you want to work the muscle and push yourself, but do so gradually. Again, work within your pain threshold. As soon as something, starts to hurt, and there's a difference between just feeling the muscles working and actually feeling pain and discomfort. So you want to kind of push the limit just ever so slightly, but work within that pain threshold. So stop before you actually feel that sharp pain or discomfort. And just do it gradually. Do these on a regular basis. Frequent workouts. There's no such thing as training to failure or pushing, your limits when you're working around injuries. It's all about just mini, frequent workouts to bring fresh blood and nutrients into that muscle and just active recovery. That's what we want to focus on. And just build yourself up step by step, inch by inch, day by day, and hopefully over the course of the next several weeks and the next several months, you'll be able to overcome this rotator cuff problem and get back to normal workouts again. So hopefully this helps to answer your question. If you have any comments, feedback, or anything like that, feel free to post those down in the comments section below, and I'll chat with you down there. And stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.